Travis Scott sampled Cubeatz here, 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 and on all of those records. But what makes Cubeatz samples so special that Travis Scott decided to sample them the most out of all the producers? In this video we'll find out by breaking down 3 amazing Cubeatz samples. The first one will teach you how to have a really minimalistic idea, but also make it interesting and give it movement for the artist. Because listen to the original idea of the sample, it's just a couple of chords and 2 notes. But imagine Cubeatz actually sounded like that. We've probably never have gotten the legendary So what did Cubeatz then do to give the sample more feeling and movement? They started by layering in live instruments, like for example those 2 electric guitars. But the main feeling from the whole sample comes from these reversed piano swells, which Cubeatz created with 3 ways. The standard synth, just reversed. But then comes the, in my opinion, pretty cool and game-changing technique if you want to reverse some shit. So instead of playing the normal chords on the piano, Cubeatz actually played some 7th extensions to give it a bit more spice. And really important, they put the reverb on top of the piano before rendering and reversing it, so that the swelling feels way more natural than if you would just have printed it. And for the last component they added, they even doubled down on that technique. There was this like very minimalistic note plucking where they added the delay and reverb before rendering it, and then also a delay after that. And then there are also some more elements like this trumpet or the synth bass, which sound like this. The first sample was just about capturing a vibe, but the second one is the reason why everybody loves Cubeatz. It's a bell melody. Here's the original sample real quick and you will find out. Oh, it's also a pretty minimalistic sample, but listen to how the sample started off. Yeah, that's the NC17 sample. And it will teach you some beautiful concepts about audio warping and experimenting with different effects on your master bus. Because the next thing that Cubeatz did after having this melody and this one underneath it, they rendered it out but stretched it all the way out. There are also those effects on there, which add some texture and feeling to the sound, which is pretty important if you have such a minimalistic sample. And Cubeatz also used a pretty quick and also minimalistic technique for creating a B part for the sample. They again played around with warping. They pitched the sample up, sped it up an octave, and then chopped it like this. Kinda sounds too much, right? That's why they added those effects to make them fit together really well. Also with the stereo panning, giving space for both samples at the same time. And the last sample, Through the Night, is probably the most Cubeatz sample out of all of those. It has all the original 2018 Cubeatz tutorial kind of things. Guitar, flute, piano, warped synths, everything in one sample. They started the sample off with this chord progression, and the decent sampler expansion from my friend London Rain gave me a pretty close sound after I added those effects. After that, of course, layering. So the same chords in a piano, just different inversions to create some sort of different feelings and fill up the audio spectrum in a different way. And of course more layering. So we also have the chords in electric guitar, but also with a little top line on top. So was this enough layering? For the chords, actually yes, but for the bass I had to layer 3 basses together to get close to their bass sound. And the next element is the reason why this sample might be stuck in some people's heads. It's a catchy melody. But not just that, also playing them in weird, dark, kind of fluty sounds to fit the Travis vibe. And now the sample is almost finished. There's just a slight problem. Everything is sort of in the middle. So maybe we can sneak in a little melody going from left to right. And that's exactly what they did with this guitar right here. But there are again 2 cool sound design tricks Cubeatz used to elevate this melody from being boring like this to sounding like this. Number 1, one of the notes gets this crazy spring reverb on there, which makes it sound like this. And underneath the guitar plug, my friend Nasa came up with the idea to layer perk. Also, we can't overlook that Cubeatz was of course super early to the sending out samples train. That's why they could get away with way simpler stuff than maybe we can do now. But nevertheless, they did some amazing songs, like all of those where OZ added the drums on top. If you want to know why his drum bounce is so ridiculous, you should check out this video. Thank you for watching.